Well, not me. Sure. Well, I like how this is set up. Like I can put it like that. But hey, it's been a minute since I made a YouTube video. And got a little story for y'all. So long story short, as you can see, or may not see, where I'm at looks a little different right now. I got a new car. I got a new car. I got the car I wanted too.
Boy, my Eagle said I sent him to the door. Out here word fighting with the goddamn dogs I never had.
This is one of my dream cars. I managed to get one of my dream cars at 22 years old. And let me tell you how it all went down. So I used to drive well, from the top, I used to drive a 2000 Grand Marquis. It was white, it was clean, it was fire, it was all that. I used to drive that, and had it for a couple years, fixed on it for like, 4 year, 5 year mark, you know what I'm saying? Then it got to a point to where, it was a 2000, and the year was like 2020, 2021, something like that. And with the older cars, it's always it becomes more expensive to fix them because they older and like they pretty much deteriorating. So it's like if one thing go out, then there's gonna be another thing, then another thing, then another thing, and that's why people get new cars, because when they get new cars, nothing is gonna fuck up for a while. All you really gotta keep up with is your brakes and your oil changes, and pretty much that's it for like the first 2, maybe a little longer than that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I got tired of fixing now, and my mom had this 2012 Nissan Altima 2.5S. She had the special edition though, and it was blue. And I was like, you know what? I want that. I'm gonna drive that. So I ended up driving that one because it was more reliable. And it was 2012, and we was like in 2020, 2021, around that time. So I drove it. I drove it throughout 2022, and 2023 we get I'd say shit probably like a week ago, literally a week ago. I'm driving and transmission go out. You know what I'm saying? Transmission pretty much deteriorates, which I'm not sure if it was the actual transmission. I lost transmission fluid, but none of the hoses was leaking. It was coming from the bottom. And from what I heard, it could have been fixed, but I'm like, you know what? I might as well let that bitch go. That's where I was at with it. I was like, I want some new shit. Let me get some new shit. My mom got this GMC Terrain. It's like a 2020, 2019, something like that. She got one of those, all black, red emblem in the front, clean as fuck, man. And what I was gonna do, I was gonna get one like that. I think I'm gonna show all the images of the video, like of the vehicles in this video. And I was gonna get one like that. I was like, you know what? I like road trips, and it would be cool to park the SUV like on like a mountain or some shit, open the back up and just sit in the back and just watch the scenery and shit. I'm that type of person. But it's funny enough, I had to go drop my sister to school that day, and mind you, I didn't have a car. My transmission was done, and we had to got it towed at my job, because my job is a mechanic shop. But I'm not a mechanic. I'm the new management, right? But we towed it back over there, let it sit. We was gonna let somebody look at it, but I already had it set in my mind, like, I'm getting some new shit. Fuck this car. That's where I was at with it. So I ended up doing that. I ended up getting leaving it over there, and my mom was driving me to work in the morning, and my dad was picking me up in the afternoons. for like 3 days. I mean, this shit all happened like last week. So I mean, it's real recent, it's real fresh. So I told my mom about it that night whenever I came back, the night of it, and I was telling her what it was, and she was like, well, 9 times out of 10, we're probably gonna have to find something new. And then that's when we got into the topic of getting a truck like hers. But I was like, I said this, I was like, hey, like, if you get the chance, see if you can find me a 2019 to 2023 Nissan Maxima. That's what I want. That's what I've always wanted. I always wanted that shit. I always thought it was clean. I've never seen nobody, well, people do it, but I've never seen nobody in my area put rims on them. I've never seen anybody like customizing them, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if you can find one like that, let me know. Ended up finding one. Ended up finding a lot of them, because nobody really drive those like that. Nobody really fucks with Nissan like that, honestly. It's only a certain few out there. There's only a certain special amount of us that exist, and I'm one of them. And little fun fact about Nissan from my life. My mom always had Nissan. It was always Nissan. And then growing up, I was real big on Fast and Furious. And you know, Paul Walker from the jump, he had he started off with the Eclipse. You know, he had the Supra. He had like, you know, a Subaru, shit like that. But he kept having, it got to like, I think Fast 4, where it was just Nissans. He kept having Skyline, R34. Then there was recently has a R, which I know he died, but in the movie, I could tell they trying to keep him alive. There's a blue R35 in there. And there's like multiple, he had a lot of different versions of the R35, and he had R34. So basically, Paul Walker, he was a Nissan dude. Or the Brian O'Connor in the movie, he was Nissan, right? So I was like, that's another reason, because like I noticed, like I was like, well shit, he always got a Nissan. Like, what the fuck is up with the Nissans, you know what I'm saying? So, and my mom always had a Nissan. I'm like, and then I was really like, well, what the fuck is up with the Nissans? So I decided, I'm like, fuck it. I drove a couple Nissans in my life. I like the way they handle. I like how they sound. I like the speed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it. I'm a Nissan guy too now. And I really am. But I was so excited to get a new car that night. I thought I was getting it that night, but it was late. Like nothing was open. And I was online, man. I was searching through my area, like where, like Nissan Maxima. Found a couple. I found a green one, real fucking clean, real cheap. All that shit, like low mileage, perfect. Literally nobody drove it. Perfect car. Found that bitch. Ended up going test drive it like a day or two later. But while we test driving it, somebody else was test driving it previously. So it was kind of like a ballpark, like, well, who gonna get this bitch first? But apparently after it was an older lady. Apparently after she drove it, she went run her credit. So, I mean, usually with cars, if somebody running their credit, or even with a house, if they running their credit, 9 times out of 10, they gonna get it. Unless they credit bad. That's it. But if it's not bad and they running their credit, they getting it. That's pretty much it. So I already knew in my head, she getting that shit. It was a nice gray. It was like the one I'm in now, but it was gray. And gray is one of my favorite colors. It had like the white pearlescent on it. It was real clean, but still the same color. She ended up buying it. I wasn't hurt, because if anything is meant for you, it's meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that one just wasn't meant for me. So she ended up buying it. I was kind of like distraught about it, but I got back online, search, came across, and then mind you this, the one that it was, I think it was a 2020, and this shit probably may not matter to y'all, but it low-key kind of matters to me. The green one was a 2020. Came across a red one, like a burgundy red type, and it was a 2021. It had low mileage, low price. Only had one owner, I think. I was like, you know what? Let me call. I called for them. I was like, is that still there? Pretty much. But they said, yeah. Long story short, you know, we made it there one day. drove it, tested it out, this and that. And then that was decision day for me. I was like, well, this is one of my dream cars. And then everybody was kind of looking at me. It was like, is this what you really want? And I was like, yeah, this really is what I wanted. This is what I've wanted. You know, I do want a 72 Charger and a 7-inch Charger and an RX-7. But another one of those dream cars was a newer Nissan Maxima. It was. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if it's a Maxima. Oh, it got CVT transmission. I don't give a fuck. I wanted a Maxima. That was one of my dream cars. This was a project car of mine. I was gonna modify this shit. Put new wheels, put a little splitter in the front, diffuser in the back, mini carbon skirts, the whole nine. It's the only reason I brought this shit. But I looked at the car and shit, and I was like, you know what? This is what I've wanted. But I didn't think I was gonna get thrown into that shit this year, because that's crazy how life worked. I wanted Maxima, but as y'all know, I got a business that I've started, a marketing business myself. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, when I get self-employed, I'm gonna get me a Maxima. When I become fully self-employed, I'm gonna get me a Maxima, right? I was gonna drive my Altima until that happened. But apparently, with life, it's like, nah, you want a Maxima, you gonna get that shit right now. And then ended up getting it, and I am happy about it and shit. I just didn't think I was gonna get this shit this early. And I say that shit to say this. There's certain things in life you want, but you gotta really believe it. That if there's certain shit you wanted, you didn't get, it really is some better shit waiting for you. At least I can't speak for everybody, but in my life it's always been like this. Like if I had a girl that I like, but it just wasn't working, I always ended up getting a way better female later. Always. And it's always like my females get better and better. My car is literally getting better and better. And even though that one was a Maxima, it was just a year older, I ended up getting a better deal on a Maxima, you know what I'm saying? And I got that bitch early. But it's crazy because now that I drive it and I'm in it now, I don't really look at it as a treasure. It's like I'm worth this shit. Like I'm sitting in this car right now and it's like, this is me for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put like some clips and shit of the car and like the pictures of it and shit like that. But I got my dream car at 2022. I got my dream car at 22 years old. How do I feel about it? I feel great, but I feel like this is a part of life. I feel like this is just a part of my life. Like, cause don't get me wrong, I don't have a silver spoon in my mouth and shit. A lot of shit we actually had to work for. But we work so consistently, but for the enjoyment of it, it looked like my side looked like we just get shit easily and we have all this, have all that. It's just we've been working from the jump. So it's like a lot of shit that we know how to get it easier. So it makes it look like, oh, the motherfuckers get it whenever. But yeah, so I got my car and shit like that. I'm driving it. I'm in love with it. I ain't gonna lie. Like in my life, I never really felt like I was missing anything. I always work on myself a lot. But the one thing I could say that I felt like I was missing, it's like I got the place to stay. I got like all this shit. I got the height, I got the cut, I got like all the physical attributes. I got all the living attributes and this and that. The only thing I was missing was a cool car. But now I got a cool car. So it's like now, all I really give a fuck about doing is just building my business, like having fun with my family and being in shape. I mean, that's all it really boils down to for me, consistently. And yeah, like that's pretty much how I ended up getting my dream car way earlier than what I thought I was gonna get it. And it kind of make you think. Like there's a lot of, all I really do want is a house now with a gym inside of it. And in my mind, I'm thinking that's like a little, like 2 to 4 years away. But it might happen sooner. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it could. Look, I got my car. So like shit. All I really gotta get now is the house. That's it. That's literally all. That's it. Like, my credit is great. It's like shit. It's pretty much. I'm pretty much set right now, for sure. I'm pretty much set. And I'm at that point now, you know, in my business since I just started and this shit. You know, I wanted it to blow a lot quicker. I don't have any clients right now, by the way. I have a couple that's pending, but I don't really have any clients I'm doing like legitimate marketing work for right now. I really don't. But me getting some, yeah, for sure. Cause I got a couple people that I'm talking to right now. It's a couple of them. But I've wanted, my goal was, I wanted to quit my job by March and be self-employed fully. But I ended up just getting my dream car in March. That's what happened. Like, I wanted to be self-employed, but I ended up getting my dream car. Ain't that weird? Like, it's not that I didn't get anything. I literally got something. I'm sitting in it right now. And I do, well, I will. I'm going to say I will. Because I will, though. Because I know I will, for sure. Be self-employed and working for myself, this and that. But I got a certain image of it, but like I said before, like knowing the way life works, it might be way better than what I'm thinking. 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be way better for some reason. It's just how it works. And yeah, man. I'm going, and the thing with my life right now, I'm going kind of more self-efficient. You see, I'm at the gym parking lot right now, but actually I'm canceling my gym membership. And I'm working out from home. Like, I got everything you could think of, like upper body wise, I got this shit at my house. I don't really need to be here. I just come here just for the ride. I just like to drive, so I come here. You know what I'm saying? And I like the parking lot. I like the scenery. As you see new people every day. And I'm a guy and see a lot of females and shit, which is cool. See a lot of ass and shit, if you want to be honest. But and that's cool. And shit, that's pretty much it, really. I mean, I never really had an issue getting in shape by myself. I've gotten in even better shape on my own. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be around people for a little while in my life. But canceling this shit. I got a squat rack and shit in my backyard, so we're gonna do it from the back. You know, wait, pause. But yeah. But I know technically with these videos, you gotta have something motivating to say at the end for anybody that's watching. I'm gonna be completely honest with all of you, whoever's watching this video. Nothing is ever too far away, but nothing is ever too close. Nothing is ever too far away, but nothing is ever too close. Damn, that girl got some ass, bro. Fuck. It's crazy how life is. Nothing is ever too close, but nothing is also never too far away. And I think the coolest way to live life, if I could tell you how to live and attract everything you want, or at least everything you think you want, just consistently work on what you're working on, and then it's gonna slowly get to a point to where it's just a habit. But the thing about life, anything you do consistently, you're gonna always get something out of it. It don't matter if you're consistently bullshitting or if you're consistently not bullshitting. You're gonna consistently get something out of it every time. Like, if you work out consistently, you're gonna consistently get in shape. If you bullshit consistently, you're gonna consistently become bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. Like, just pick something that you want to like work towards. Pick a category. Like, for me, like my business. So all I really got to do is just consistently keep, because I'm kind of scouting clients right now. All I got to do is not emotionally be attached to that and just consistently keep scouting clients. And then eventually I'm going to just get something out of it. I'm going to get a client. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you got to do. It's literally nothing to it. There's nothing to it. And that's it, man. If I could tell you anything, that's it. Just like I said, consistently look, pick something you want to get good at. Pick something you want to get good at, or you have a passion for, or pick something that's gonna bring you to a certain level that you want to be at. Me, it's self-employment. I already got the car, so it's self-employment. But it's way more money self-employed. That is my goal. Everything else is already here. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. The way I'm gonna achieve that is, like I said, I'm in a scouting phase, so scout more clients. Keep doing it, no matter if they replying or not, or no matter if it's working or not. Just keep doing it still, and eventually, it's just gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how it works. When I first got into the gym, I wasn't on no creatine or none of that shit. I was natural as fuck, right? And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but mentally, I swear to God, I was in shape. And then because of that, I actually got in shape. And mind you, my technique with working out was garbage. I'm like, I know how to work out now. Well, I'm gonna say this. I knew how to work out before. I know how to build muscle now. It's a difference. It's a difference. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, y'all. I mean, you know, do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. If you wanna be where you wanna be. That's it. Simple as that. But I hope y'all have a good day. Just kind of ranting about this shit. I will have little images of what I drove and the cars I'm talking about. Y'all have a good day. It's Sunday. It's pretty outside. It's cold where I'm at. It's just like, fuck, because I just got this car. I want to be hot. I want to enjoy this bitch. Like, this is a sports car. You know what I'm saying? I want to enjoy it in the heat. Sadly, it's a little windy. But next week it's supposed to be hot. I'm excited. So, catch you on the next one.